The top stories. A 6-year-old boy is reunited with dad after accidental separation on public transport led to panic. Saller's plan for Parliament protest is foiled, and an increase in fighting among schoolgirls is blamed on Facebook postings. Welcome to Nation News for Tuesday, May the 12th, 2015.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
We begin with news, however, that Budget Day is June the 15th, a Monday. That's when Finance Minister Chris Sinclair will outline the government's next step in stabilizing the country's finances and sustaining an incipient recovery. The announcement of the date was made by Leader of the House of Assembly, John Boyce, at the end of a sitting of Parliament which debated a change to customs legislation. A St. Michael father and his 6-year-old son were separated inadvertently, leading to frantic appeals that ended with their happy reunion. Cody Mayers explained what happened as he and son Tishon were on their way to St. George Primary School.
Usually we would get off here in Mayagard. When they got off, I didn't see them. So I figured like he dropped asleep or something in the chair. I looked through the bus, I didn't see him. I got off, because usually he would know that when we get off, he would stand outside and wait till he get out, or I would get out and wait till he get out. But neither of the two occurred. So I just started to panic. The only thing I do from there was left from the Mayagard and I went straight inside the police station. Then basically that was it.
How did you feel?
I honestly don't think there's anything that I could describe that would even come close to how I feel this morning.
Mr. Mayers also contacted Starcom Network, and within an hour someone had called the station reporting that they had found the boy on Baxter's Road. Dad said his son will not be leaving his eyesight on public transportation anytime soon. Nearly 40 waste movers and haulers have been forced to abort a plan to drive to Parliament honking their horns. The move is intended to be the second phase of a protest against a $25 tipping fee imposed by the government. However, police reportedly told the group that more than 2 vehicles in a parade at a time would be considered a convoy and would require a permit. The haulers began their procession in Warrens, but were stopped by police at Station Hill. Opposition leader Mia Motley says government has a responsibility to listen. Speaking following the protest action, she said the fee has far-reaching consequences.
I've listened to the men, and I understand that the implications go far wider than just the truckers or the haulers, because there are implications for the people who are generating the garbage in the first place. And people need to know what future they face, whether it is supermarket owners, whether it is hotels, whether it is manufacturers, whether it is households, whether it is people looking to build houses and digging up foundation and need to have stuff moved, whether it is people cleaning up around their house. There is a new regime that the government is trying to put in place, and people do not understand or appreciate the implications. A number of people I've spoken to felt that the $25 fee really was a $25 per truckload. But in truth and in fact, as the men have clearly explained, $25 is per ton or part thereof.
The body of a 47-year-old man has been pulled from the waters off Browns Beach. Roger Rudder of Brighton St. George was pronounced dead at the scene after his body was seen by a passerby. His mother, Margarita Sargent, spoke to Nation News.
So I basically looking at here, they said they know take a man out in water that you can have a blue and white short pants, and you got a bald head, and you got a little beard, a little white beard. And my knee started buckling, and my thing, and I started crying. So I called my granddaughter, this was her daughter, and I said, we need to just say that they know take a body out in water, and Roger gone to the beach, and I know, but I got feeling it's Roger. And I said, when I hear about anybody drunk or accident with anybody there, it is feeling me, but I don't feel this with it.
A court administrator has claimed that postings on Facebook and other online sites are the cause of increased fighting among schoolgirls in bus terminals. Barbara Cook-Aline, the registrar of the Supreme Court and a former juvenile court magistrate, says the incidents of students causing disturbances on the way to or from school have increased. Mrs. Cook-Aline was speaking to Nation News after a session for Class 4 students from Sharon Primary and Welch's Primary Schools. They were counseled on bullying, drug awareness, and sexual and reproductive health. Labour Minister Dr. Esther Bayer has been expressing concern about the way young people present themselves when seeking employment. Dr. Bayer spoke at the closing ceremony of a World of Work program for senior secondary school students.
Persons come to me asking me to help them with jobs, but the way they present themselves to me doesn't allow me to be able to present them to somebody else. You know, yes, you want to empower, you want to assist, but you also have to look at the package in front of you. And I think if you're coming to me to ask me to help you, you must so impress me that I think, yes, you can fit into this organization. I can lift the call to somebody on your behalf. And that is not what I'm seeing not across the board. Yes, there are some, but not enough. So we do really have a lot of work to do in that regard.
A supermarket executive says shoppers appear to be adjusting their spending habits. Tomilson Bino of the A1 supermarket says consumers are making fewer trips to the supermarket and also seeking out healthier food options. He also revealed that more shoppers are looking for meals that are already prepared. We now go to Hayden Gill for this week's commentary.
There was mixed news last week as the topic of HIV/AIDS came to the front burner. The good news is that the Ministry of Health is reaching some of its targets in fighting the disease. The number of infections is being reversed, and people are living longer as the number of annual deaths decline. The ministry has also eradicated transmission of the disease from mother to child. On the other hand, it seems that the message about safe sex has grown stale. The number of sexually transmitted diseases is on the rise, with the marked increase in syphilis over the past 3 years. The greatest concern is the rate of infection among the 15 to 49-year-olds. It is clear the message is not getting through. It is time for a new campaign.
In sport, the semi-finals of the Sir Everton Weeks Under-13 cricket competition will bowl off at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. The Lord School will host Aline, while Combermere will travel to Christchurch for their match against Foundation. West Indies men have gained 5 points in the latest revised test rankings released by the ICC, but they remain in 8th place. South Africa remain in first place with 130 points. And finally, a Saudi woman enlisted the help of her brother to drive her husband's vehicle through red lights to rack up $160,000 worth of fines on the night of his second wedding. A YouTube video of the pickup truck going back and forth through a red light at a Saudi intersection went viral online. Media in the country later reported the truck was being driven by the owner's brother-in-law through numerous red lights outfitted with traffic cameras. The report said the owner's wife was angry at her husband for taking a second wife. So, no sharing then. And that's Nation News for Tuesday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember to pick up your Midweek Nation on Wednesday or subscribe to our e-paper.